Good evening. Bomb disposal experts have carried out a controlled explosion on a Second World War bomb in Birmingham. It's been a second day of disruption for commuters and people living and working in the area. Army bomb disposal experts have worked throughout the day to make the area safe.
After it was discovered yesterday morning, the Aston Expressway, one of the main roads in and out of the city, was closed. And tonight it still is. This is the live shot now overlooking the road tonight. Normally a sea of vehicles queuing to get home, but this evening it's completely empty. Danny Crawshaw has spent the day in Aston today talking to those affected by the bomb.
The blast was heard for miles around. The controlled explosion of the World War II bomb, weighing 500 pounds. Carried out by specialist army officers, they used 250 tonnes of sand to create a barrier around it.
Essentially what they do is they build a big bunker that surrounds the bomb itself. Once that's in place, that would then prevent the blast from causing any damage.
The discovery of the bomb has caused over 24 hours of traffic chaos. With train services cancelled and main roads closed, commuters have had hours of delays.
To do 20 miles, it took us 4 hours. There's no other way. Everywhere you try to go, it's just the same, so you've just got to sit and bear it, haven't you?
It took me an hour to move about 400 yards on the bus, so I've given up and started to walk.
We've been sat here a long time.
How long?
About 2 hours this morning.
Construction staff working at a site off Priory Road in Aston came across the bomb yesterday morning doing routine work. It was quickly identified as a German shell and a 500-metre cordon was put into place. That led to the evacuation of hundreds of homes and businesses.
My boss said that I would have to evacuate the place, you have to send us home, and we weren't allowed to stay in the building.
How worrying is that?
It is quite worrying because obviously it's really close to us and I've never experienced anything like this before.
It had that sort of surreal factor when you saw the whole area empty, main roads, Lichfield Road, Aston Expressway, completely quiet.
It's quite weird that something that happened sort of 70, 80 years ago is still affecting us now.
It caused gridlock on the M6, hours of commuter misery, 2 days of drama. This was a major, delicate operation with difficulties in accessing the bomb given where it was found. And police tonight have thanked people for their patience and have praised the bravery of the military staff involved. Danny Crawshaw, ITV News.
Amazing pictures. Now we can get the very latest from our reporter Callum Watkinson, who's on a bridge over the Aston Expressway tonight. Callum, the bomb's been defused, but the road's still not open.
Well, there have been some improvements. The sections of the M6 that were closed as that bomb was detonated reopened almost immediately, but as you can see, the Aston Expressway remained shut almost 2.5 hours after that explosion. And that's so that bomb disposal experts can ensure that the area is completely safe. And we simply don't know how long that process is going to take. On the trains, services remain suspended between Birmingham New Street and Lichfield. And as for the people who were evacuated from their houses, well, I'm told that a cheer went up around the Alexander Stadium when they heard the explosion, but their delight may be short-lived. One woman I spoke to has been warned she may yet be spending another night away from her home.
OK, Callum, thank you. And of course, as soon as the road does reopen, we will let you know on our website, itv.com/central. So what more do we know about this bomb? Well, Bob's been looking back through the history books today. Bob, what have we found out?
Well, after London, Birmingham was one of the UK's most bombed cities during the Second World War. It suffered extensive raids from August 1940 through the April of 1941 and then again in the spring of 1942 as Nazi Germany tried to take out Britain's war machine. During the Blitz on Birmingham, over 2,000 people died. Many more were seriously injured and thousands of houses were destroyed. The city was targeted because it was home to countless factories making bombs, bullets, planes, tanks and all manner of military equipment. But when did the Germans drop this bomb that's caused so much disruption in Aston? Local historian Dr. Carl Chin thinks he knows.
The worst raid of all, of many bad raids, was that of November the 19th, 1940, when a bomb hit the BSA and tragically killed 53 people, and hundreds died across the city. The next night, there was another raid, and a naval mine destroyed Queen's Road in Aston. Now, Queen's Road in Aston is a few hundred yards away from where this bomb has just been found. It would be my suggestion that this bomb came down probably on the night of the 19th of November or that of the 20th of November. In Aston itself, there were scores upon scores of small and larger factories turning out the vital munitions that were needed for us to win the war.
Well, it's thought that more than 400 bombers took part in the raid on Birmingham on the night of the 19th of November. And it's thought around 400 tons of high explosive were used. Now, this isn't the first time an unexploded bomb has been found in Birmingham, and Carl Chin doesn't think it'll be the last either.
Given the amount of bombs that fell on Birmingham, it would seem likely that there are other unexploded bombs. And I think it's really important that we recognise not only the professionalism of the bomb disposal experts today and their bravery, but also the heroism and the professionalism of the bomb disposal experts in the Second World War, many of whom lost their lives seeking to save the lives of others.
And it's a chilling thought that 76 years after it was dropped, this bomb still had the capacity to kill or injure, now made safe. Stacey.
Let's get some of the news now. And England's chief